Hello, I'm Gifta and with number student it is 2021 125000140. Well, me and my friend we will explanation about how to solve is the garbage of the trash. So it is heavily related to environment, right? Well, the firstly I will explanation about it is the understanding and the flow of the garbage and the trash. Well, the garbage or the trash default to begin from the disposal of an obsolete item and then as item goes on, the garbage and trash comes from the waste where it is the human waste, remnant of meals, animals, industrial waste, gas, and so on. So the garbage and or we call it as trash can be interpreted as anything that is no longer used by living things. Thus, it is in nature become an outcast, so ultimately are produced by humans, animals, even plants is all are potentially considered garbage or the trash as long as it is no longer used. Well, and the second it is about the kind of the garbage and trans. And the kind of the garbage or the trans have parts. Two parts. It is the organic garbage or trash, or we call it is the organic waste. And then number two, it is the unorganic, or we call it is the non-organic garbage or the trash. It is compounds, right? So it is organic or the non-organic. Yeah, first, organic garbage or the trash. It is organic waste is any material that is biodegradable and comes from either a plant or animal. And unorganic or non-organic compounds waste is generally very difficult to uh, decompose by microorganisms. Yeah, so it is a glass, aluminum cans, the dust, and metal are some example for it in organic waste. So, and the last it is the cause and effect of the garbage trash. Maybe we think it is the cause and effect it is about the human waste, the human activities, or maybe these animals because maybe we look in the world, so it's even a lot of our garbage in the trash. Well, because any organs in the trust is from the human waste and others, so that it can actually pollute an environment. And in fact, there is a garbage or trash which be the damaging to the landscape, beginning bad smells, bring low levels to high flutes and became disease and can pollute the environment. So because an effect of the garbage and trace they have to related in the environment. So the solution we must choose the clean of environment wherever and however and wherever you know. So maybe is enough for my explanation about is the garbage and trash.
The first way to overcome the garbage is reducing. Reducing simply creates less waste. I'm in a pro side because I think reducing is one of the best methods to keep the environment clean. By reducing, you stop the problem at its source. Creating less waste to start with means less waste to clean up. For the example, pack your lunch in a lunchbox. Paper and plastic bags produce huge amounts of waste, and plastic bags take hundreds of years to decompose. And next, take a reusable bag with you to the grocery store. Most stores sell durable, reusable canvas or plastic shopping bag. And last, say no to bottled water. Instead of buying bottled water, use reusable water bottles.
I'm here. I want to give my opinion about reduce. Okay, I don't agree with the statement that all goods can be reduced because some goods, if we reduce, the result will pollute the environment like electronic goods, into electronic values. Electronic waste generally contains heavy metals such as cadmium and lead, which means electronic goods cannot be disposed.
The meaning of reuse itself is to use again. At this step, we do something to reuse used products. One of the ways or steps to use trash that can still be used is to use used drinking water bottles as a small plant pots, or use a biscuit tin as a storage box at home. Another step of reuse is to use a bottle of body wash or shampoo and fill it up by buying refill products. With the reuse method, of course, the spread of purchased plastic waste can be reduced and reused as before.
Cons of reuse. I feel that reusing trash can cause some risk. Some pre-used items might have various issues to reuse. Reuse is not always hygienic, such using a bottle of body wash or shampoo to reusing. In addition, reusing plastic waste can have such negative effects as plastic-based garbage can contaminate soil, water, and living things and can be a source of diseases when their applications are wrong, such as reusing discarded plastic bottles for plant pots might hinder plant growth. Plants are deprived of favorable growth in bottles. It is better to use pipes for hydroponic plant methods, as well as environmentally friendly hydroponics, since they do not use pesticides that can damage the soil.
On the pro side, and I will mention some of the advantages of recycling. By recycling, it can save electronics money because we sell some used things like water bottles and others which we earn money later. Also, when we buy recycled materials, the price will be cheaper. 1. Recycling minimize pollution because all forms of pollution in the world come from industrial waste. So when we recycle it can help reduce pollution because we reuse those waste products. 2. Reduce energy consumption. Recycling has a big role in terms of reducing energy consumption. Besides that, recycling also makes the entire production process cheaper. 3. Protecting the environment. The biggest benefit of recycling is protecting the earth. While many trees are cut down every day, recycled paper made from certain trees continues to be used to reduce deforestation. 4. Creating jobs. With this recycling activity, it can open up jobs. For example, there's one community opening job vacancies with reprocessing activities such as turning used goods into unique decoration that foreign tourists might be interested in.
As a con side, of course, I think recycling also has a lot of concern to think about for several reasons, such as recycling can lead into pollutions, especially during the sorting process where the materials and other chemicals might leach into the land and water where recycling is taking place. This takes a toll on the environment and its inhabitants. Second, recycling is also costly. Building up a new waste recycling unit might take up a lot of capital because some materials cost more to recycle than the others. And then recycling also can cause waste of product because of the manufacturing process use more energy and materials. The process of making another recycled product also can produce waste. where the amount of waste is more than the production process of plastic products. And then recycling, especially recycling sites, isn't always hygienic and safe, and the most reason is because of the location, where every manner of waste is spilled. And it can cause the spread of infectious disease. The harmful chemicals from this waste also can be dangerous. And then if such waste products come into contact with water, it will end up polluting water bodies.
And I will explanation this the last material about is the how to solve for garbage and trash. One, I will tell of the pro about the garbage and the trash. Yeah, how to solve garbage and trash. So I created garbage. Yeah, I created garbage is handled in the right way so that it's not scattered around, so that it can prevent grain and cleanness of the environment. Ways and solution to correct this treatment, a solution on solve of the garbage and trash to avoid the damaging the environment. Maybe we should maintain a cleanness at all times, greening by growing trees, continually reducing plastic use, repairing damaged items, recycling garbage and other products, and etc. So it's very a lot of for solutions and solve is garbage on the trains in word. Well, so it is examples. The most common example of the how we can handle garbage and trash it is by keeping the garbage in its place and by keeping our surroundings clean. So it is about the solve of the garbage and on the trash. And it's enough. So thank you so much.